But really feeling it in the pelvis. Hi, I'm Abby.
And I'm Amy.
And this is the AA meeting. It's episode 90, guys.
What
What the fuck? How
like a
long
lot.
have we been doing this for now?
Let's actually look
Get
up
out the
when
calculator.
Yeah.
So our first episode was the first week of November in 2020.
Is that right?
Yes. Because that was after COVID, like the first lockdown.
Yeah.
Like ever. So how long has that been? Oh, it's almost been 2 years.
Isn't that kind of
So
bonkers?
in literally like 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be 2 years.
A 2-year anniversary.
Are you going to get me a present?
Are you going to get me a present?
Probably not.
Okay, cool.
I'll get you one for the 100th episode. We can
Okay,
do
deal.
presents.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's sweet.
And I'll get you a Christmas present. We do
Yeah.
that every year.
Yeah, fun.
2 years. If you stuck with us from the beginning, you're a real one, and your eardrums must have bursted long ago.
Yeah, true. Yeah, if you've been around literally since, let's say, like first 10 eps, can you send us a message?
Yeah, please do.
Because I feel like the first episode was just like our friends and family. You know what I mean? Like when it came
But it's our most listened to.
Because a lot of people go back and start
there. And I'm like, oh, please don't start there.
No.
I'm like, start around episode like 20. That's when we get our thunder.
Yeah. But yeah, if you've been here like since really early on, a few of them like we know who they are. But yeah, let us know. Send us a message and let us know what was your first ever AA episode.
Or like, what's your first memory of AA? Like maybe it was
Yeah.
a story that we told.
Yeah.
And you're like, whenever I think of AA, I think of this.
Yeah. Two fucking
But it's also like,
loose units.
yeah, literally. But it's also like kudos to us for 2 years.
Literally.
Because like this shit is hard.
It is.
And like, I mean, it's like the whole influencer thing being like, being an influencer is hard.
Oh my God.
And everyone's like, God, get a real job. But it genuinely, not calling us influencers, but like it's hard doing a podcast. And people think that you just sit down and
just talk
and click
shit.
record and talk shit.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what we do.
Yeah.
But there's so much more that actually goes into it. Like even the boys, when we had prees, which we'll get into later in the episode, were sitting here when we were playing pong. And they were like, we should just like put a camera on one day and just record like what we're saying. Like no, nothing planned, blah, blah, blah. And I was like overhearing it. I was like, you could never.
You wish.
It's like really hard.
Yeah, no, there is a lot of work that goes into it. And I think too, the other thing is like we've mentioned this to you guys before, but we both do a lot of other things as well.
Yeah.
And like we've said so many times that like if the podcast was like our main zhuzh, it would be just like gangbusters because we would put all of our time and energy into it.
Yes,
But
and
like,
if we had a team.
Yeah. But like we're just kind of at the point where like we're trying our best to prioritize this, but it's literally like every week we're like, okay, when do we have time to film the podcast this week? We have an hour that laps over here, so let's do it then. Which kind of sucks. But hopefully, like, I mean, I think once I graduate, then things will change.
But it's even just hard, like, here we are complaining.
We love it,
I was trying to,
guys,
like, congratulate us on it. We do love it.
We do. No, honestly, I can't believe it's been 2 years. It feels like 5 minutes. It feels like we're still, like, trying to find our feet a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm like, when are we going to reach past 76K on TikTok?
Literally, what's going on over there, guys?
Like 6 months that we've been on 76K.
No, and we're like losing. I don't know if you've like really paid that close attention to the numbers, but we are like dropping with every post. So,
yeah. So like, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. We need another big one. The TikTok algorithm is just like
it's
I guess,
not for us at the moment, is it?
No, and I think like they're trying to make TikTok because it was never supposed to be like something where people's businesses are like, so like I think they're trying to make it like harder for people who already have a following and easier for people who don't, which is good for the people who don't, but like for those of us who are like
but even like
along.
I haven't seen any podcast TikToks in a while on my For You page.
That's true, maybe we're blacklisted.
Like I reckon that they're just trying to boost comedy, comedy TikToks, not so much so platforms of I don't know what I'm trying to say.
That
Podcasts
might be
and stuff.
your For You page, because I did see one that I've seen a couple recently of like people I've never seen before.
Oh.
Like there are a lot of new podcasts around. I don't know. Anyway.
Even more competition.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, sorry, let's stop complaining about the podcast. We love it so very much and we're so grateful.
Yeah, we don't
for the
mean
last
to,
2
it's
years.
not, that wasn't a complaining sesh. That was look how far we've come.
Either, so
yeah,
look how far we've come. We can't like, get our shit together.
Maybe we actually can't do a podcast.
No, maybe we really suck at it. No, thank you so much. No matter if you started listening last week or 2 years ago, we appreciate the support. And we love the podcast. We wouldn't change it for the world. But don't get mad at us when we have shitty episodes and can't think of anything to talk about, because it's really hard sometimes.
Some weeks it's hard content wise.
This week
this being one of them. That's why I feel like we're dragging out the intro right now so that it takes up some minutes. But it's okay if we have a bit more of a bite-sized episode this week.
Let's just see what happens. Like, I remember at the start, we used to literally sit here and be like, okay, we're going to talk about how to pick up at a bar. This will be my first point. This will be your next point.
Yeah.
And now it's literally like, oh, we could talk about something to do with like picking up or something. Yeah, okay. And then we'll just like talk about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Which I think is better. I do. I think at the start we were
I think
like
so
nervous.
too. Yeah, and it's a bit like afraid of the silence at the start, but now the silence is the best part because us and the listeners can actually like have a second to breathe. Yeah. Like now when I'm editing, I'll actually leave some silences in because it's nice to be like, oh, yeah, okay, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. Anyway, maybe we should actually get into the episode.
Yeah, let's do it. Roll the intro. You.
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go.
All right, so we have some important shit happening, guys.
Yeah, fucking oath.
And it's on the 18th of October, 8 a.m. Daylight Savings, Australian
Eastern Daylight Savings time.
Equator, vagina time.
Yeah.
We are dropping new merch.
Absolutely, we are.
I really wish we could tease you guys with the merch.
We're going to design it after this episode.
We haven't even started with the design, but we're dropping it. That's the thing with us is like once we set a date, we will make the date. Even if it's the night before, it will happen. Yeah. But it's going to be some really cool stuff. If you have our merch or if you've seen it, like, you know that it's like top quality, like
it's the good shit
designs, like, and we do everything ourselves. So here's me like blowing smoke up our asses again. We do it all ourselves. Like, we don't get a graphic designer or anything. Like, we do that shit ourselves.
But maybe one day we should.
We basically iron on the prints.
Yeah, we're like in there hand stitching the hoodie.
Yeah, we're in the sweatshop. Like, no, so there's some of my
sweatshops. AS Color, I'm pretty sure.
I've pulled a little Nas X and put some of my blood in the hoodies.
So great.
Not period blood, like blood.
Oh, thanks for clarifying that.
Is that what you thought?
No.
Oh. Okay, well, we have new merch coming out. It's going to be a big drop, I've decided.
Really?
I've decided because we haven't had merch in so long. It's got to be a big fucking mama drop.
We haven't had a drop since April. Yeah, okay, so it has been a while.
And we did say it's going to be a while for a drop, but 6 months is a bit much.
Yeah.
But we're also doing something else.
Yes. So also at exactly the same time, there'll be a new feature on the website where you guys can shop our like pre-loved clothing.
Yeah.
Because we get a lot of messages from, well, not a lot, but we get a couple of messages.
No, we do. And we get a lot of comments more, like being like, where's your jeans from? Blah, blah, blah.
So, stuff that we're parting ways with, but that like isn't crap will be on there. A lot of it still has the tags. A lot of it's only been worn once, and most of them was like on the podcast.
Yeah.
So you can also, it's super cheap stuff. Really.
Yeah, for what it is, and for the fact that it's touched a celebrity, it's uber cheap. They could buy it and sell it for more, being like,
It's got
Abby sweated boob sweat in this top.
Okay, we are going to wash everything before we send it, just so you know.
Are we?
Are you not?
No, I'm going to leave my scent.
My stuff
Maybe
will be
let's
washed.
spray it with our perfumes. They're like...
Oh my God, I think that you have like a really warped idea of the kind of people
I feel like
this podcast.
No, okay, no, I don't, because we're crazy. So the people that would listen to us are crazy.
Okay, yeah.
Not stalker crackhead crazy, but like just the crackhead part.
Yeah. Okay.
You got to be a type of person to listen to us.
No, that is totally fair enough, actually. But yes, stuff will be available. I'm pretty sure prices start at like. Well, I have a couple things there for $5.
Yeah.
Like,
and this isn't like shitty stuff that was spilt like spag bowl on. It's like it's like nice. Like a lot of my stuff is like cook eye and stuff like that.
A lot of, like,
that I've worn once or never worn, or like worn it a couple times, but it's still in fucking mint condition.
Yeah, it's good stuff. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye out for new merch. And with the shock turn of events, there is also a third element to the exciting news.
Surprise. More work for us.
So our first ever merch drop has been our most successful.
Oh, by far. From our own and our family sales.
Yeah, exactly. But like I think to this day,
everyone.
like that hoodie is like the one that I'm most proud of.
Me too.
And we're bringing it back, guys. We're bringing back the original merch. So that's the AA Meeting black hoodie with the logo, the black and white logo on the back.
The tight rider on the front.
And the t-shirt version of that, and the white t-shirt with the purple logo.
And we've kept both totes on this whole time.
Yeah.
Hey? Yeah.
Yes. So
that's coming back too. We don't know for how long. So if you want to get your hands on the original merch,
do that.
Do that.
But like there will be new merch there too. So there's just like
and of course
variety.
All of our old merch that we've done before
since then,
will still be there.
Yes. Which
is all really good. It's all I wear, literally.
Yeah, Abby and I both walked out of our rooms yesterday pretty much in the exact same
exact same merch. Like it's really good quality, guys. Like a lot of merch is on these like shitty like Kmart t-shirts because they all buy all the materials themselves and then go get it printed. But ours is like literal good shit. Yeah.
And I just want to reiterate the fact that they are not made in sweatshops. Thank you, Abby.
Yeah, no, that was a joke. That was a joke. It's AS color, if you know what that is.
Yeah. And it's all printed at a nice little small business warehouse in Melbourne.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Anyway, moving on from that.
Moving on
to things that have already happened.
We've had a big week.
We've had a huge fucking big
So we've had a
week.
couple of big weeks, and this was the last big one until probably like Halloween.
Which was like next week.
So it was Yasmin's birthday.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Yasmin is our best friend and housemate.
She's walking out of her
room. She's about to walk past right now. And she's featured on the podcast in episode 40 and episode 69. And there was one more episode, the Pre With Us episode. I can't remember what number that was.
And there's been a few like small features, like one of the Grenade ones. She was there.
Yeah.
She's like helped us with games and stuff.
Yeah. She's on the Instagram. Yeah. So it was her birthday and we had a big one.
We kind of did.
We kind of have a tradition when it's any of our birthdays, like the three of us, we'd go to Meeting Morgan.
Yeah.
So we all went to Meeting Morgan.
Which is like a little cafe.
Our favourite cafe.
And the food, guys, like you actually can't beat it.
It's really good.
It's really hard to top. And they've added a heap of stuff to the menu, which is like also amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went there for
brekkie. And then Cook-Eye was having a warehouse sale and we are sluts for Cook-Eye.
You guys. Just like the fact that it started on Yaz's birthday, and if that's not a sign from the gods, then like I don't know what is.
Yeah,
you know
so it was a clearance warehouse sale, and it's basically like all of their stock from this year, like from the summer, autumn, and the winter stock, like because they get rid of all their stuff, they don't keep it in the stores. They were like selling out of it, and like literally it was like clearance to go. Like they weren't saving anything. Yeah. Literally, I got this coat that was $380 and I got it for $80.
It's just craziness. We like did the math of how much we would have spent versus how much we spent. And it was like, what was yours? Yours was
so mine, because it has the original price tags on it, mine was, original retail price was about $1,700 for about, I think it's like 8 or 9 articles of clothing that I got, and I paid $380 or $390.
That is just absurd.
Which is basically the price of that one coat.
Yeah, literally. So it's like you bought the coat and then you got 7 things for free.
Yeah, and then I also went back the next day.
Yeah, Abby sends me a message. I got this like green top on the first day, and she sends me a message. I didn't see it till much later, but she was like, "Hey, I'm back at the Cook Eye Warehouse sale. Do you mind if I get that green top?" I was like, "Babes, go for it." But
and then I was like so salty because they'd already discounted stuff for the second day. It was a 4-day thing, and I was like, "Oh, so I have to get this dress that I already got the day before, but in a different color for cheaper."
Did they? How much was stuff on the second day?
That dress I got for $45 was $30.
Oh, fuck.
And then I saw a TikTok of this chick on the last day, the Sunday, everything $5.
That hurts.
Except she only got like this material dresses, you know,
right.
like the cottony ones.
Like, as much as obviously our day was maybe a little bit more expensive, like we had the best pick of.
We had the pick of everything.
Like, it's got this really nice brown coat that like we couldn't find another one. Like, they walked out the door.
They also had samples there, so it was like one of a kind. Like I got these pants, and the lady said that I'm literally the only person to ever have these pants because they were a sample.
Yeah, there was a lot of good stuff there, guys. I've joined I haven't told you this, but I've joined a Facebook group for like warehouse sales. And they like tell you when they're on.
Yeah. Because
like we are a bit of a hoe for a warehouse sale.
We are.
Yeah.
But a lot of them aren't worth it. Like that one was worth it.
That one was good. Yeah, that's what we were saying too. Like usually we go to these things, like we've been to the Pepper Mayo one a few times and stuff, and like you'll get like 2 or 3 things that don't really fit and are ripped, and
you're like, oh, I'll just sew it back together, but you just never do. And
but this was like, wow.
Done. And it was fucking crazy. Cook Eye sluts are fucking bonkers.
We got there though at like 11:30, and the lady who served me was saying that like in the morning it was just like the warehouse was full, like the line filled the warehouse.
God.
And people were like lining up to get in the door, and like, which is kind of fucked. So I think we got there at a good time.
Yeah.
But anyway,
then we went and did paint and sip. So we did Pinot and Picasso. Which is basically where you pay like $50 and you go and you like, there's a teacher in front of you, and they teach you how to paint the things, and you bring your own wine and cheese board, and like it's literally the funnest night ever. Is that the first time you've done it?
Ever, yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
We did that, like our makeshift Bob Ross one here.
Not the same.
Not the same. I really liked it. It was really fun. The only thing is, like, I feel like I liked that they gave us like that break in the middle to like have some wine and cheese and whatever, because otherwise like you're just too focused on what you're doing that you're not like.
And like you want to be good.
Yeah. You want to do well. Can we show them our paintings?
Yeah.
People who are watching?
Yeah.
I'll grab yours too.
So we painted this like sunsetty sky with palm trees. And basically they tell you that you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do the exact same thing as what they're doing. Some of the other fucking mums were doing these, watch out for your coffee, we're doing these like really weird abstract looking things, and they look shit.
Yeah, and I was like, for $50, like you could just go buy a canvas in your own paint and do that in your own time for cheaper. You know what I mean? Like, anyway. But yes, so we painted some palm trees with a sunset. This is mine, this is Abby's. If you're listening, you'll just have to imagine palm trees and a sunset.
Do you want to show yours, Yaz? You don't have to hop in it. You can just hold yours up if you want. And Yasmin added some coconuts.
And birdies.
And birds in hers.
But yeah, it was so much fun.
Thanks, yes. Yeah, it was literally like so much fun. I wish that we went to the one that Connor and I went to, because she was like young, and so she would tell us what to do, and then you know how like the chick starts painting it, she would crank the music up so loud, and like everyone would sing and paint.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah,
they had good music.
Yeah, they did. But
yeah, I feel like too though the vibe was like we were the youngest by about 15 years.
yeah.
It was like a group of, I don't know, I feel like they were like teachers
60.
or something.
I reckon they were like 60 years old.
Yeah. All these women.
Someone's birthday party.
Yeah. So, and then us. And then that.
To be fair, we did it on a Wednesday night.
Yeah,
that's probably why.
That's true. But it was still fun.
Lots of fun.
So that was Wednesday. Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Thursday.
Oh, Thursday.
That was Thursday. And then Saturday was kind of wild, if I'm being honest.
Yes, that was the party time.
Yep.
We had prees here.
Mm-hmm.
And
we talked about doing a pub crawl, but that didn't quite work out because I think we told these guys, didn't we? That we were going
to do a pub crawl.
That didn't quite happen because there were like a lot of people coming who like had to meet up with us later or weren't
and we
really
just
into
knew
it.
that when we were on a pub crawl, we were not going to be answering messages of where we were and
let alone like we probably wouldn't know where our phones were, like
or like we wouldn't know what bar we're at, you know.
So we ended up going to Newtown. We started at Drunk Dump. Oh, we had prees here first. Sorry.
Yeah, we had prees here, played some pong, drank a lot.
Played around with Thunder. God, I love Thunder.
We haven't done prees here literally since when? Like,
I couldn't tell you.
We went to El Camino. That was Mardi Gras, March.
Yeah.
Like, and it was fun.
It was fun. I liked it.
It was fun. Yeah, and then we went to Drunk Dumpling, which like...
Guys, don't sleep on Drunk Dumpling.
I've been wanting to go for so long and I'm so glad that we went. It was really fun. So basically it's like dumplings and alcohol. And all cocktails are $10, all shots are $5, all beers are $5. And then like the dumplings are a normal like about $10 to $12 price. Food was good, cocktails were great, like definitely go.
Yeah.
I think that we had a lot of people as well, which made it like really fun. But I also think that it would be really fun to go like as a couple or even like as a four.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to have a big table like or a small table to have fun. Like I feel like you could literally go with like 3 people and it would be just as fun.
So good. And the cocktails were like, they tasted good, but they hit you hard. I mean, to be fair, like we were all feeling it by the time we got there. But the shots, I just need to talk about this for a second because I feel like maybe every other shot I've had in my life has been watered down.
Yes, because I've enjoyed fireball shots.
Yeah.
At like everywhere else.
Yeah. And that was like...
That was torture.
Full on.
It tasted like fireball and vodka.
Yeah. It was... So I reckon that like it was just straight fireball with no...
Water.
Like I feel like at clubs and stuff, they must water it down. Even the wet pussy shot was like... Ouch.
Yeah.
And we were already drunk. It's not like when you take a shot at the start of the night and it hurts. It was like... It should have been easy by then.
Yeah.
Which is good news for $5. Bloody hell. Good on you, Drunk Dumpling. But yeah, that was good. That was fun. I liked it.
It was so fun. If you're there, get the San Choi Bao, the vegetarian one. I've been thinking about that for so long, like for the whole week. And I didn't even share it with anyone because it was so good.
No, that's fair enough.
And then we went to Webster's just for a little filler because we knew that we wanted to get out and have a little boogie, but it was quite early.
Where did we try to go first? Was it the bank?
The bank, but Eddie didn't get let in.
Yeah, even though he's in his 30s.
He just didn't have ID. And then, we went to Webster's. I'm going to have to get my charger soon. We went to Webster's.
Which, by the way, I have a bone to pick with the Seccy's at Webster's. That white guy, like, we've been going there since we were, like, 18, right? Like, he has seen our faces before. He knows that we're all of age. Now, if you've been here for a long time, you'll remember my friend from the Illawarra Hotel who I talked shit about.
Jerry's cancelled.
Jerry, and I'm pretty sure he got fired. But he was an asshole, so he deserved it. Go back and listen to that episode so I don't sound like a crazy person. And this is like not as bad as Jerry, but like it almost felt like he watched the episode and then wanted to prove that he could also be a Jerry. Basically, I went up with my ID and he looked at me and he laughed and he went, "Oh, how's year 7 going?" And I was like,
And all of us were like, oh, come on.
To be fair, at the time, I was like so drunk that I just laughed too. I was like, ha, you're funny. But the next day, I was like, that's actually really fucking rude. Like, come on, year 7. And you know for a fact I've been here lots of times. Like, you know that.
And you don't look, like maybe back then you looked like you were in year 7, like when you were 18. But you look... I would kind of pin you now as looking 18 closer to 19.
Thank you. I feel that. You know what it is? The gua sha.
The gua sha. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's made such a difference. And I actually think I look older since I've started gua shaing.
Well, I think it's supposed to make you look more younger and youthful.
No, but I think like I looked young because I had like a rounder face.
Right. You've got like more structure. And you do black eyeliner. I think that makes you look older. True. And it's just that, you know, you do look older. Like I would say that you're 18, closer to 19. Thank you. Now,
I appreciate that.
Even though you're 22. But that's not a bad thing. Like that's actually a good thing.
No. But yeah, that comment, I was like, it's not really necessary, is it? And then there was something else that happened. Oh, some bloke tried to pick a fight at Marley. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, we'll get to that in a second. Yeah, Webster's was good.
We just sat downstairs though because it was raining.
Yeah.
And because I was just thinking, I was like, how many drinks did I buy all night? And I was like, But then I remembered at Webster's, I just got a lemonade for free, I think.
Oh, did you not have a drink at Webster's?
No, because so I took a hand sanitizer bottle, but emptied it and poured it with vodka. Yeah. And I was like squeezing it into the lemonade. Yeah. I think it had some Sunny in it still.
We did get shots though, remember? And we were like, this one's on AA.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I need to transfer from AA to me. Yeah. I mean, then we were talking about maybe we should go out with the AA card.
Yeah, but I just know that we're going to do some damage.
We're going to spend all of our life savings from AA. Anyway.
Yeah, no, Webster's was good, but I feel like we were like with a group of people that it wouldn't have mattered where we were. We would have.
That's true. I'm just gonna get my.
We didn't really like the place. The reason. What am I trying to say? I'll wait till we come back. I need to collect my thoughts. Yeah, I feel like the venue didn't mean fun.
Huh?
The venue didn't make the fun. We made the fun.
Oh yeah,
but also I love Webster's.
That's generally like wherever we go.
Yeah, but I do love Webster's. So like.
Yeah.
And then we went to Marley. I love Marley. I really do.
Yeah, I've said some mean things about Marley in the past, but we had a great night.
We did have such a good time. Yeah, so
I love that it's free entry.
Yeah. And it's like it's always packed and the music is good.
Yeah.
A drink's expensive. I don't know if I bought any drinks.
I didn't buy a drink.
I don't think I did either. Fuck, we must have been pretty smashed to spend that much time in a club and not buy a drink.
I think it's because of drunk dumpling. Yeah. No, you know what it was? Is that like we were dancing too much. I couldn't afford to have a drink in my hand and spill it.
That's true. We did have, I think other people bought.
Because when you weren't there for that Argyle night, were you?
No.
The whole time we all had a drink in our hand and I just felt so restricted.
Yeah.
So like this like time we were like doing the like Yaz did the splits and shit, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, there were a lot of weirdos at Marley, but we were pretty smashed, so I don't know if it.
And like we weren't even on the dance floor, like we were in the walkway. Like everyone had to walk around us, and we're like doing the splits and like voguing, and like Connor was like twirling me and dipping me.
Oh my god!
Like I had the funnest night.
It was a good night
ever. I did not want to go home.
Yeah.
Like. Fuck, that was so much fun. And everyone had fun. And like no one was like too drunk or tired or needed to leave. Like it was
everyone
just
was at a good level.
The vibes were immaculate.
Yep. And then we went to Mr. Euros, which is just the way to end the night, isn't
oh
it?
my god, I've never had. I always get their falafel, and falafels are like, halloumi. Yeah. Oh my god, it was life changing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually bought anything from Mr. Euros. Like I feel like every time we've been, my friends have ordered, and then
you eat some chippies, yeah,
and then I'll eat something at home. Like I've never actually ordered anything from Mr. Euros, and it was good. It was
very good.
Oh. But yeah, that was Saturday night, big night.
Massive night. I'm keen to like, I was gonna say do nothing, but I have a gig and stuff on Saturday. But it's nice not being drunk because we've been drunk I've been drunk the past 3, 4 Saturdays maybe. I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh, Connors. Anyway, so that was fun. Good times all round. What's the next birthday? Kirby's.
Yep. Halloween.
Yeah. We've got to figure out what we're going to do about that.
I think we're going to have to go out to a club, guys.
Yeah, we've never done, I've never been out for Halloween because I don't think we did anything my first year here. And then...
I've been once to Soda Factory.
Was that good?
No.
Okay, we won't do that then. And then every other year we've had a Halloween party or been in lockdown.
We've had a Halloween party for 3 years.
Yeah. But I think this year we're going to hit the town because we don't want to have to organise the party.
Yeah. So let us know of good club events for Halloween.
Yeah.
Because we'll be there.
Some in Sid. Anyway, moving right along, something else that happened, this actually happened to me today, and it's hardly anything, but it happened and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to have to tell everyone on the podcast about that because that's kind of funny. So I went to get this coffee in my hand this morning from this cafe near our house, but the issue with this cafe is that it's on a main road. And so there are 2 parks out the front, but if they're taken...
Or do you drive?
I did this morning because I was rushing to go get the coffee and come back. Usually I walk up there because it's not far, but I was like, oh, we need to plan the podcast and stuff. So I drove up, but people were parked out the front and it's a clear way, so I couldn't park there. Anyway, so I went around the corner to the community centre and parked in their thing, which is usually fine. I think it's 2 hours free parking or something. But I always have this feeling that if they saw me parking there just to go get my coffee, they probably wouldn't be very happy about it. Anyway, and I went to pull in and this woman was getting out of her car and she had her car door open. And so I couldn't get into the park next to her. So I went to the one next to that. And I was listening to Josh Bassett's new song. Have you heard it?
I don't think so.
I was literally, I played it for the first time in the car this morning because I saw a TikTok about how he's trying to get Olivia Rodrigo back through this song.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard about all this drama?
I haven't.
Oh my God. Okay. So you have to listen to the song. But it's pretty much singing about their relationship. And he's like, if I showed up at your doorstep, would you still love me? Sort of thing. Yeah. It's pretty full on. And so I was listening to it because I was like, oh, maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast because I assumed that you'd heard the song.
I have not.
And I was blasting it. Anyway, I pull into this car park and this woman is knocking on my window. And when there's a lot going on and you can't turn down the music and put the window. Yeah. So I just opened my car door and she's like, oh, you can't park here. This is where our community buses park. And I was like, oh, okay, no worries. But I'm yelling over Josh Bassett being like, if I showed up. And she probably thought I was just going through
a breakup. You're like, no worries. I'll just leave my ex did.
And it's the middle of our tiny little quiet suburb and I've got Josh Bassett playing on max volume and I'm trying to talk to this lady. Anyway, it was just a really funny experience. But I thought that you would have heard about the song.
I didn't.
My God, okay, well you have to go listen to it. Let me just read out some of the words so that you understand where I'm coming from.
Where'd you end up parking?
I still parked there and then I waited for a second and she kind of stared at me as she went inside.
Oh, you waited for her to leave?
Yeah, and then I parked she closed her door, so I parked next to her. And then I waited for her to leave so she didn't know that I wasn't going into the community centre and then I ran to get my coffee. Okay. So when did her and Sabrina break up?
Him?
Yeah, him and Sabrina, sorry.
They were never dating.
Oh.
Officially. Bless you. But that was 2 years ago?
Hold on. Where's Olivia Rodrigo from? We have to do some digging.
This was 2 years ago?
Oh, fuck. I can't find it. Okay, so basically it starts. Do you still live in LA? If I showed up at your doorstep, would you turn me away or would you care to see a stranger whose eyes are the same?
TikTok.
Yeah. Take me or leave me, I'm going home, but I'd rather be going your way. So would you love me now? Take me back to when we were young again. Who else would that be about? After everything, would you let me in and love me now? Oh my God. I was literally...
It's there's been all these memes going around because season 3 just came out of High School Musical, the musical, the series. and they're both of them are like, because they're co-stars, standing next to each other, smiling, blah, blah, blah. And it's like not Miss Rodrigo like being the most relatable person ever, where you like bitch about your toxic ex, but then like when you're with them, you're like, hi, I still love you.
Yeah. Oh, I want to watch it.
Me too.
We've got to finish Luxe Listings and then
I cried in season 2.
Yeah.
Because of their love.
Yeah.
I just wanted them to be together.
I know. But yeah, so basically Mr. Bassett has come out with a song that could only be about Olivia Rodrigo. And now
because he's too young to have had another relationship.
Yeah, and I feel like we're back in 2020 talking about driver's license, and I'm loving it. I really am.
It's driver's license is just. I'll still listen to it to this day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like if it comes on in the car, I'm singing to it.
Yeah, I actually had some of my students a few weeks ago. They're like 9 and 10. Being like, Miss Amy, did you hear that Josh Bassett from High School Musical used to be girlfriend and boyfriend with Olivia Rodrigo, but then they broke up and she wrote driver's license about him, and then he started dating someone named Sabrina. And I was like, babes, you are talking to the master. You have no idea.
They sound like me telling you that.
Literally.
And you're like, wow.
So funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then he was boyfriend and girlfriend with someone else. It's so funny.
I love when little kids are like, boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Boyfriend and girlfriend.
But then I was like, oh yeah, but then did you hear Sabrina's like clapback song? And they were like, what? And I was like, Skin. And they were like, no, did Sabrina write a song too? And I was like, I'll play it for you. They're like, I don't like this one. I was like, babes.
You like listen to the lyrics. They're like so inappropriate.
Yeah, literally.
Kids
anyway.
are so funny. When I was at Connor's parents' place for his birthday, some of his family came over, and there was the two little kids, and apparently in the car the whole way there, the two kids were like, because I never met them, they were like, Connor has a girlfriend. Connor has a girlfriend. And then they kept going, ooh la la, ooh la la. And so then they practiced this like little song to sing at us.
That's so cute.
Like, and then so then when we got there, they were too nervous to do it, but like they warmed up a bit, and they were like literally like, Connor, that points at Connor, Connor has a girlfriend. Ooh la la, ooh la la. I was like, what the fuck?
That's so cute.
Kids are just so.
It's not the two kids that were at his 21st, is it?
No, those were different kids. I'd never met them before,
Yeah.
but
That's so funny.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Boyfriend and girlfriends.
Boyfriend and girlfriend. We should probably get a move on because we've been talking for 40 minutes.
We haven't
Let's
even
do
gotten
a
into a
weekly
topic.
recap.
Well, that's good because we have only got one thing scheduled.
That's true. All right
So,
then.
a couple of weeks ago, we did this thing called a segment called Hipster Baby Names.
Mhm.
So basically, some names that you could give your kid if they didn't have that meaning. So,
Yeah.
like, we said some, like, I think Ames, what did you say?
I'd like omelette.
Omelette. I had Nazi.
Those are
Like, if they didn't mean
adrenaline.
what they did, they'd be pretty baby names.
Yeah.
Anyway, we thought we'd do a part 2 because you guys chimed in the comments, and some of those were just so fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, wait, have you read them all?
Not all of them.
Can I read them? Oh, do you want me to react to them, or you react to them?
Have you read them?
Like a lot of them, but like not all of them.
You can read them if you want to. I literally just read the first couple.
Okay. I'll read a couple out and Amy can react.
Okay.
You can just pretend that you haven't heard some of them before. Okay. I don't know if I agree with this one, but violence.
Violence. It's kind of like Violet.
That's true. Maybe I do
feel
like it.
I feel like it works.
I love this one. Adrenaline.
I said that in the thing.
Oh,
Someone's fucking stealing my jokes.
someone's stealing your shit.
Adrenaline.
Charity.
Charity. That is a name.
That is a name, but like, it'd
But
be
like
so
the-
much cuter if it wasn't.
If it didn't mean
Not that I'm saying a charity's not cute, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No,
Like,
that's
what
fair.
about this? Orphan.
Orphan?
It's like an orchid. It sounds like
Yeah,
a flower.
That's true.
Yeah.
Orphan. Orphan.
Orphan. Orphan.
Come here, orphan.
Orphan, get off your brother. What else we got? Malaria. You said that, did
Malaria.
you? No.
No, I said mitochondria.
But a lot of people said malaria in the
Malaria.
comments.
Yeah, because like Melanie.
Malaria. Like the Ria is pretty.
Yeah.
I like
malaria.
that. Areola.
Yeah.
And she did this emoji, like the hands making the heart emoji. Like
Areola. Yeah, that's true. That does sound like a name.
It does.
Areola. Yeah, because it's like
Areola
Lola meets Aria.
Yeah.
Areola.
Areola when I roll with the geezer.
What?
Is it me or the lifestyle sweetheart? Actually, I don't give a shit. You know that one?
No.
It's the drill song and everyone does this dance move to it.
Oh, yeah.
Adiola. I think it's Adiola when I roll with Areola when I roll with the geezer. Ovary.
Ovary. Come here, ovary.
Is it a dog? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I feel like you would more like yell.
Ovary.
Ovary, get that out of your mouth.
No, you know when mum and dad were trying to pick baby names, they would stand in the backyard and just yell it out as if they were like calling for us to come inside to see if they liked it. Ovary. Ovary, come here.
Over here.
Yeah, over here.
Come over here. Sambuca.
Oh yeah, it's like kind of
Edgy.
yeah.
Sambuca is like red. Do you get that vibe?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I get red.
Gotcha.
Plethora.
I like that.
But I feel like that's going to be one of those words, one of those ones where the teacher doesn't know how to pronounce.
Yeah.
Like
Plethora.
Pelelthora.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe you're being mean to your kid.
Yeah. Anesthesia.
Oh, like when they put you under?
Yeah.
Anesthesia. Yeah, because like
That sounds
Anastasia.
like Anastasia.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, chlamydia is on there a million times.
Yeah.
But I personally love this one, AstraZeneca.
Oh my god, that is such a fancy name. AstraZeneca.
That's like it sounds like a star.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You could be Astra for sure. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Or like Zen.
Yeah.
I love AstraZeneca.
AstraZeneca.
It's so extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
It's so like,
yeah.
it's so literally like Skyfall star.
What about like Pfizer? Could you be Pfizer? Pfizer's not as nice as AstraZeneca.
Pfizer's like a spice. Pfizer's like a soccer player.
Yeah.
She plays for the, what are our ones? The female Socceroos? The female ones? Matildas.
Matildas, that's correct.
Yeah, she plays for the Matildas.
Yeah, Pfizer.
She's Lezo vibes.
Yeah.
She's the man vibes. That's Pfizer.
Yeah. Right.
I'd love AstraZeneca. Who's AstraZeneca? Let's describe her.
AstraZeneca. She's like, I'm getting like, yes, she's like Zodiac and whatever, but I'm getting like regal, like, you know what I mean? She's like above
fancy.
you.
Oh.
AstraZeneca like knows what she's doing.
Oh, she's the cool girl at the party.
Yeah, like she's got her shit together.
Yeah. Cause I also get like really grounded, like not hippie, but like she likes to walk bare feet to feel the earth.
Yeah.
And she wears maxi dresses.
Yeah.
Like she wears one article of clothing.
Yeah.
The dress.
Yeah, the long dress.
The long dress. And her hair is like always flawless. Even if it's like in a messy bun, it's like, it looks like a hairstylist took 3 hours to do that messy bun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like very Hailey Baldwin-esque.
Yes. Yeah, no, I'm getting like, what's her name? Beck, the like most famous wag ever. Orange Jagged.
I don't know her name. You can Google if you want.
Yes, please. It's gonna know me.
Speaking of Hailey Bieber, did you see all the stuff about her on Call Her Daddy?
They were trying not to say Selena's name or something.
Yeah, but like, I haven't actually listened to the episode yet, but all I've seen and heard people talk about is Hailey talking about her relationship with Justin and Selena.
Yeah.
The whole podcast. Like, Alex Cooper did not ask her, like, well, nothing that went viral, like, was about, did you watch it? I watched the whole thing. Didn't ask. No, there was other stuff in there. But, like, about Hailey herself.
Yeah. They asked her about like
Backyard.
and like there was stuff.
Oh, that's because she has a skincare line though.
And there was stuff about.
What about her? Like, I wanted to know.
There was a little bit. She talked a little bit about her being like a professional dancer, and then
Was she a dancer?
Yeah, a ballerina.
Oh, that checks out.
Like
Looks
legit
that.
ballerina.
She went to this fitting, and she tried on these shoes, and the fitting person was like, "Hailey Bieber wears those," and Alex Cooper was like, "How the fuck do you wear these? These are so uncomfortable. I can't stand in them." And Hailey's like, "I think it's just because like my feet are ruined from like being a dancer."
She was like a full professional
She looks like a
ballerina,
ballerina.
but she had an ankle injury.
Oh.
So then she's a model. But she was like literally doing the Aurora pas de deux in Sleeping Beauty.
And that's how she did her ankle?
No, I don't know. But like I'm just saying like
Yeah,
she was like at that
yeah.
level.
Wow. Oh, I'm going to go look up videos later.
Mm.
I was trying to talk about Beck Judd. Like, tell me that's not AstraZeneca right there.
Oh my God.
This woman has like 4 kids. Like
Chris
how
Judd's
does that
wife?
happen to you? Yeah.
I couldn't name my kid AstraZeneca because I don't know if they would live up to the standard that I've set.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're kind of setting your kid up for like a lifetime of feeling like they're not quite good enough.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Do you need this back? Oh, Hailey Bieber's thing though.
Yeah, it was all about Selena.
And you can tell too that like the fact that she didn't want to say her name is just like, doesn't that just like,
That she doesn't want to talk about.
and imagine if your husband had a really famous relationship before you and that's the only thing anyone ever wants to talk to you about. You get sent death threats because they broke up and they're both happy without each other. Like, that's just awful.
Yeah. And like it wasn't even about like I saw stuff about like they would like I wanted to hear about her experience modeling and like her like going to the Met Gala and like because she's so renowned for going to Met and stuff like that. But all Alex asked her about that was when you were at the Met and everyone was yelling Selena at you and blah blah, like not about like what was your experience at the Met.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's so sad. And I think like the fact too, like the way she handled it just shows that she's like, I don't know, I just got the vibe that she's like nice. You know what I mean? Like she's like, I'm not going to talk shit about, like everyone wants me to talk shit about someone that I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is sort of thing. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we move on?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, by the way, for sending in your hipster baby names or commenting your hipster baby names.
Yeah.
We don't have any sticky dates because you guys suck.
Yeah, so no thanks to you for sticky dates. Thanks for hipster baby names, but not sticky dates.
Yeah. No, guys, please send in sticky dates. I don't know. I feel like we're at the point now where we've had so many really good ones that people are probably like, oh, mine aren't like that.
But
You know what I
also,
mean?
like, they have already shared their sticky dates.
Yeah.
Like, unless it's happened recently, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
You know? Because otherwise they would have sent it to us months ago.
Yeah, that's true. Guys, start meeting people on Tinder and going on weird dates for us, please.
Maybe we should change the segment.
To...
I don't know. I was just like suggesting something,
Yeah.
you know? Like maybe in a little bit, if we're not getting sticky dates, we can cut it and we got a new segment.
Yeah. Oh, but I love sticky dates.
Me too.
Or maybe
but
it won't be
could
like a weekly thing. It'll be like a monthly thing.
Yeah, true.
Should we don't understand?
Should we don't understand? This week, I am guessing, why do we get nightmares? And it was sent in from someone
I will
in our
find
request.
it right now.
She's from New Zealand, she said. Or was it New South Wales? New Zealand, is it?
New Zealand, yeah, it's Ebony.
Ebony, thanks, girl, for sending this in.
What are you guessing today, Abby?
Today I'm guessing how do nightmares work.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the whole dream thing, I don't know if we've guessed just normal dreams, but I do know that it's like a kind of science can't explain, right?
Nightmares are science can't explain.
Oh, so a dream science can explain as well.
Well,
They're not sure.
they're not telling you, but
Theorise.
this makes sense. Like, they can pick why this is happening.
Oh, okay.
But, like, dreams in general.
So I guess first guess is like you're just stressed and your mind is like not at peace or at ease like before you fall asleep. Like maybe you've watched a scary movie or you've like experienced something like somewhat traumatic in your personal life. And then when you go to sleep, you've got that on your mind like subconsciously, and then your body brings that into your dream. I had a fucking nightmare the other night. It was terrifying.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was it about?
I was getting married.
And that's the end.
No. And then like I cried in the dream and I woke up and I'm pretty sure that I was crying in real life. In my sleep.
Wait, were you crying because you were getting married?
No. It was at my wedding. It's all very blurred now because it's been a while, but it was like at my wedding, and something like there was like, they weren't monsters, but there was these like really scary things there. I think it's because I watched the Jeffrey Dahmer thing and I was just scared. I watched 2 episodes and then it got dark and I was like turning it off now. I've only watched 2 episodes. I want to watch it, but those 2 episodes were like, I had to watch it during the day. And I came home because I watched it with Connor and Jack, and I came home and I made Amy hang out with me for like an hour. Anyway, so I was like, it was kind of like not a cannibal, obviously, but it was like a scary, like dangerous thing. And then like, yeah.
About nightmares?
Yeah. Wait, but am I right with the other thing?
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Correct as the first step.
Yeah, and then it's like, how does that go into your dream?
But then the thing is, I feel like unless you have an understanding of the different parts of the brain, then I don't know how you're going to guess the next bit.
Oh, okay.
Is it like to do with one side of your brain and the other side?
Not sides, but go with...
I don't know. I know that there's a brain.
Yeah. Do you know that there are different
Frontal
parts of the brain?
lobe.
You don't have to guess the part, but like how would it might it affect?
Your frontal lobe.
It's not the frontal lobe, but like if there are different parts, so we're assuming that something is responsible, how would that something be affected?
Okay, does your brain throb?
No, we are going down the wrong path.
No, I was thinking a certain part of it throbs and then it like vibrates the other part and then it's like, ooh.
And then it gets stressed.
Yeah, and then stress is in the dream.
Not quite.
No, it's a part. It's in the brain.
Do you know what the frontal lobe is for?
No.
Like, I'm trying to get you to say just a particular phrase about the fact that there are different parts.
I'll get it. Edge me into it.
So like, why would we have different sections of the brain?
To control everything.
But so like, do they?
They all do different things.
Ah, correct. Okay, good. That's what I was looking for. So then, something about stress and a part of the brain. And this part of the brain...
Do they clash or do they meet perfect?
Maybe I should just... I don't know how else to
No,
get
I'm
you
doing
there.
good.
Okay. So yes, there is a part of the brain... Okay, if they all do different things, what part might be affected by stress?
The frontal lobe.
You don't have to name the part. I'm saying like, what other things might it be responsible for?
Health.
In a sense.
Just your creativity. Just fucking tell me.
It's like your it's right in the middle of your brain. So your brain is like this, right? And this part in here that's covered by all the other stuff is responsible for like protecting you. And so it's like registers threats and when you're unsafe and things like that. And so stress, it's called the amygdala. Have you heard that word before?
No.
I only know it because it's spelled AMY, and we don't care about the rest. But yeah, when you like have something stressful happen, or you watch something that stresses you out, or whatever it is, then that part of your brain is like firing, and so when you go to sleep, it's still firing under there.
Oh, and it comes out in your dream.
And that produces nightmares. Where's
how is it firing? Is it throbbing or is like cells like zapping around
like
in there?
nerve things.
Right.
Yeah, so it's all saying like stress or anxiety, stresses of daily life, or major changes just mean that like that part of your brain is a bit overreactive. Yeah. And then when you sleep, it's still working overtime because you've got a lot going on. And so then, because that's also the part of your brain that protects you from scary things, you dream about scary things, sort of thing.
If you have a nightmare, but it's not based off something you watch?
I think that it's just like you're stressed about something else, and that part of your brain is
fired
going
that
crazy.
part of your brain still.
And then, like, might not be relevant to what you're watching, but it's just like, obviously something that scares you. Because usually nightmares are like things that like, it's like someone passing away or something. You know what I mean? Like things that you are scared of.
Mine are like demons.
Well, but are you scared of demons? If
I
you saw a
must
demon
be.
coming down the hallway, would you be scared?
I think we'd all be scared, Amy, if there was a demon.
Well, then that's my
following
point
us.
there.
And like mine are like shadowy sleep paralysis thing. Like mine are like Stranger Things things.
Yeah, right. That's kind of scary.
So yours is about people passing away.
Or it's like, yeah, or like getting caught somewhere and not being able, like someone's in trouble and I can't reach them and things like that.
Oh.
But I used to have like the demon ones when I was younger. I don't know. I haven't had a nightmare. Touch wood. I haven't had a nightmare in a long time.
I get them a lot recently.
You must be stressed about something.
What have I got to stress about?
I don't know, babes. Demons coming down.
I've got the most carefree life. Like, what am I stressed about? Anyway,
we don't have a question of the podcast either, but we have been recording for an hour and 12 minutes, so I think we're fine.
we got to do a question of the podcast.
Okay, well, do you have one?
What's your scariest dream
that I've ever had?
Yeah,
that's a good one. I'll have to have a thing.
I think we've talked about this before because I remember saying mine, and mine was I literally had sleep paralysis.
Yeah,
and there was a demon at the end of my bed, and it was like coming towards me.
Oh my God. Mine are always like the house is on fire and the rest of my family's stuck in there, and I've gotten out but I can't get back in, or like things like that. I don't remember the last time I had one. No, wait.
Lucky you.
But I have a lot of like, which I feel like would be a similar thing. I have a lot of dreams where I'm crying in the dream and I wake up and I'm crying. Like I have a lot of sad dreams. It's not necessarily like a scary nightmare, but it's like something really horrible has happened and I'm crying.
Do you get the dreams where like your partner's like cheated on you and then you wake up and you're like literally angry at them?
You're like, fuck you. That's
yeah.
How could you do that?
It's only happened to me once, and I rolled over to Connor and I woke him up. It's like, how dare you? He's like, you dreamed it. It's not real.
Like, that comes from somewhere.
Oh my God. Cuddle me.
Yeah, I have a lot of sad dreams, but not a lot of scary ones.
Mm.
Do you have any other ones to share?
Mm.
Remember the one I told you about when, maybe this is what I talked about in that sleep paralysis thing. Remember I had that dream once where you had like a speaker or something and you were playing it really loud and I was just asking you to turn it down and you were just looking at me and like laughing and like turning it up even more, and I had like full on sensory overload and I was like crying and I was like, please turn the music off, and you just wouldn't do it.
I must have been pissing you off that day.
I don't know, weird.
I don't know. I used to have the weirdest dreams where like the craziest plot twist you've ever imagined, but like not like, ooh, plot twist. It was like, I think I've shared this one. I've had this one before. I was eating a sandwich and it turned into a spider.
Oh, fuck.
Like I have a lot of things like that where like I'm in the middle of a cyclone, but I'm eating Doritos.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Like they're just like so abstract, and it's normal, and I wake up feeling normal. Like that's not a nightmare. That's kind of like a normal.
Right.
Like it's sorry to interrupt. It feels like 21 Jump Street when they're tripping, and they're like talking, and he's an ice cream head, and it's melting.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my dreams.
Yeah, I've had a few of them, but I find them so exhausting. Like, you wake up and you just, like, don't know what's going on. And it's like, did I really sleep? Because I just feel like I've been on a journey. No, remember that one too? It was about the same time as the speaker thing where I had a dream that you tied me down and shaved all my hair off. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I remember you saying that. I mean, I don't remember it because I didn't do that.
And there were, like, chunks, like, sticking out. I looked like that doll from Toy Story, the one that's been, like, abused.
Oh, yeah. It's like, come play with me. Oh, God. Damn.
Anyway, so, I don't know, yeah, what was going on between us at that point.
Do you ever have dreams where you're just like, you wake up and you're like, oh, I want to get back in the dream. And then you go back in the dream and, like, plot twist, it's like the same dream, but, like, someone kills someone.
Yeah. I feel like I always wake up right as the good part is about to happen. And then you're like, oh, go back to sleep. And then I start dreaming about something else. And I'm like, oh, fuck, it's gone.
What's the point? Have you ever lucid dreamed?
Is that where you, like,
you know that you're dreaming?
Maybe. Like, there have been times.
And you talk to your subconscious self.
Like, it's not that obvious, though. Like, there have been times where I've been like, I think this is a dream. But then it's not like, I'm not, like, manipulating the dream. I'm just like, this can't be real. This must be a dream. But, most of the time I have no idea that I'm dreaming.
Right.
Do you have that a lot?
No, I've only ever had it a couple times, but it's been like, I've been like, I'm dreaming. And I've said that, and then I've just woken up. But I heard, like, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it, and they were talking about their experience with it, and that, like, they would ask other characters in the dream, like, what's going on? Who are you? Blah, blah, blah. You don't actually talk about the dream. Right. You investigate the characters because those characters are your subconscious self. Yeah. And, like, they get weirded out when you're asking too many, like, specific questions. So you have to be, like, really cautious. Yeah. And where you're going, you have to be really cautious, and
that's really scary. And that's all happening inside your head. That kind of freaks me out a bit. Anyway, we have been recording.
Yeah, let's wrap up the episode.
But thank you so much, guys. Don't forget, 18th of October, 8 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Vagina Time. Set your alarms.
We've got new merch coming out, and our old merch is coming back, and our secondhand clothing is going live. We have a podcast every Monday, and follow us on TikTok, Instagram. Be sure to like the podcast, give it 5-star rating and review, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and send us your sticky dates, please, and content ideas, and maybe, like, people you want to see us collab with. Yeah. I reckon we should get into some collabs. Yeah. And I think that's it.
That was the other thing too. If you live not in New South Wales, then keep in mind that the podcast going live at 3 p.m. is 3 p.m. Sydney time now. So it's what used to be 2 p.m.
Yeah, so it'll be 2 p.m. for non-daylight savings people.
Yes. Yeah.
Of Sydney.
Yeah, so like Queensland, it's 2 p.m.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
That's all we know is Queensland and New South Wales.
But yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Bye, besties, and stay sexy. You!
Welcome to my up home. I'm Lil Shorty, these my hoes. This is how we run this shit. Piss Olympics, let's go!
It smells like fart. Did someone fart?
No.
Okay. It smells like...
Yeah, someone's cutting onion. Is that it?